All right, hello. It might actually help if I put the microphone on. Just let me know if you can hear me. Should be all good, hopefully. So many different numbered bags for this kit. I think someone jumped on and they jumped off. Yeah, well. All good. Just thing going. I think so. Let's give a bit of a tap. I think that's for part 2, so I'll leave that one aside. There's so many packets. They've got there's 3 packets so far. They've got number 2 on them. And that's number 1. Okay. Hopefully this all makes sense once I get the instructions out. There's 2 packets of everything. 2 packet number 1s, 2 packet number 2s, and then there's a section 1, section 2, with a whole bunch of QR codes. So this is going to be a matter of, oh, that one's easy, tires. This is going to be a matter of scanning all these QR codes to work out where everything goes, I think. That's like a section 4, but isn't it? Section 3, okay. This is going to be a long build, I think. It's just the world's biggest instruction booklet. Let's put that aside. Building instructions, and it's in like a secret or top secret military information, which, by the way, it's not what it looks like. Oh, stickers. Can't lose the stickers. Just a whole bunch of different number plate stickers, looks like, and the center console with a map. All right. Expert level. I'm not expert level, but we'll see how we go. Oh, this could be interesting. So we've got 1 page English, 1 page French. And it's just all about the car. This could be fun. It's probably like, oh no, here we go. We finally get to the first stage. And it says open packet 1 and open packet 2. That's nice because there's 2 packets of each saying number 1. So packet 1, 2, 3, and 4. But which one? Which one? Is it that packet 1? I'd say it is. So if you see me looking up and down, I've got the computer down here, camera there, all the crap over that way. Packet number 1. Okay, so it's got like a big red rod in it. I'd say it's this one because it has the little Lego pick. So if you make a mistake, that's the one to go for. Just going to hear all these bags of Lego get thrown around everywhere. What's everyone up to anyway? No, don't drop the Lego. That's not fun. All right, first of all, what do we need? Square subframe, it looks like. Subframe for front or the rear. It might help if I get a bowl so I don't lose anything, but see how we go. Got to risk it. As long as George doesn't jump up on the table, we should be good. Empty. Right. So we got 2 blue and 4 little black connectors, which are not in that packet. Always fun. You're looking for something that should be in the same packet that you're just about to build, and you open everything else. All right, 4 of these. So in the ends, I've had this model kit for a couple of years. It's just been sitting in the cupboard waiting for a day where I could do it, and today's that day. All right, we need a 3, we need an 8, which is that piece. 2 more long blue ones. Someone's just clicked on to watch, but doesn't want to chat. Okay. All right, section 3 is a little bit trickier. So we're making some suspension or something. I don't know if we put this aside or if this is part of it. Oh well, we will get there. Doesn't say to get a new packet out yet, but I can't see the parts that's saying to use. Well, it's not that one either. All right, we're already off to a shaky start. It hasn't said to open another bag yet. Oh, do we have another bag number 1? Could that be it? That one's it. Okay. Two bag number 1s. We need 2 of these ones for some reason. Yeah. It's always a problem with 2 massive kits. All right, we're looking for now. I've got 2 of them. And let me guess, the next part's not in the bag that we need. Of course it's not. Why would it be? But it's not in that bag either, so not winning at the moment. Like seriously, Lego, how hard is it? Just put things in the right bag. It's probably going to be more frustrating than anything else, just trying to build this thing. All right, 2 of them. The other piece I need, a bright red, bright yellow. So they've got to be somewhere. Oh, okay. Well, found a 3rd bag number 1. So we've got 3 bags named number 1, which now got this massive pile of all these little bits. All right. Now we should be getting somewhere. 2 red circles. I don't know all the Lego names, so that's what we're dealing with. You're literally matching up picture for picture. And 2 grey. These used to be like the tops of like little drums and stuff. Two pins, which there's a 1-to-1 scale on the paper. 2 of them. And 2 black pins. So this is a creator kit, but most of the things here so far are all Technic. So yeah, cool. All right. Not sure what's happened there. Oh, there we go. Knee's pretty good. Chat's just come up. So you can see all the iodine stuff that they put on. So knee doesn't really feel that much different than before I went in, because I was still in a bit of pain before I went in anyway, and still on painkillers. So haven't really noticed the difference just yet. I'm going to build both of these at the same time, only because it says we need 2 of them. So really I need more than 2 parts. I need 4 parts of everything, because there's 2 of the final product. Ah, fun. All right. I'm not too sure what we're building here just yet, but we will get there. Red cap on top of grey cap. Okay, so far that's what we got. Yeah, George is half asleep. See? Aren't you? Couldn't care less. You right there? You want to get off my knee? I don't know how many parts this thing is. What is it? Sure, it says somewhere in the box. Like 1,000 parts or something. Don't know. Don't know. All right. So now these 2 parts have to go in here somewhere. And then we mirror image that one. Like so. Now we grab the other subframe. Two white boards. And 4 black pins. Okay. So black pin in the middle. What's it like over in Canada at the moment? Because it's like 16 degrees and cloudy here at the moment. Those two together. Not even close to looking like a car at the moment, but 13 pages in, and that's the first instruction page. So next page. Okay, more fun little things that I don't think I've opened the packets for yet. Oop, I might have found one. I need black versions of these now. And two of them. There we go. Like, who comes up with these kits? People just like sit there and play and work them out. This is crazy. I think we're good to go for that. Okay, interesting. I need another one with the black bits that I just found one of. I'm just going to put the light on. I can't see a thing. Everything's cracking and groaning. There we go. Now I can see. So they gave me crutches yesterday, but it's just easier walking around without them. Hurts just as much, so they didn't really say to stay off it, so if they didn't say anything, then I'm not going to do anything. Okay. So it's a weird one. This one sort of swivels. The other one's solid. Don't know why. But sure, we'll work it out. I'm sure this next page has got something to do with it, because we've got to use a big red rod. I like how it says use the big red rod, but the big red rod is in a completely different packet. Grab that. So that, the windscreen and tyres. And then the wheels are in a completely different packet. Right. Now we're making some sort of swivel. Oop. Stay on there. One of them. It's always fun when you got like big fingers and you're trying to pick up teeny tiny bits of Lego. That bit. Not setting any world record builds for this, that's for sure. Spend most of your time just looking for the one part, and then realise it's in another packet. Which is highly possible. All right, what do we got in packet number 2? Not what I'm after. It's supposed to be like a little smooth pin. Like a smooth pin and looks like a diff. There we go. There's the diff part, and there's a smooth pin part. It's hiding. When I say diff part, looks like a little diff. Make sure you put it in the right way. How's your knee going over there in Canada? Okay, and then this part. Okay, so I've got to move that out of the way. Is it going in at the top or the bottom? At the top. That just sits in. I'd say that's the gear shifter, or what's supposed to be the gear shifter, but or something for the little number plates at the back to open up. We will eventually find out. Okay. A whole bunch more of, looks like maybe it is ejector seat or something. Looks like we're making a button to go on top of this. Find a red button. There we go. Put that on top of the stick. And we're making one more blue thing for the front. Okay, now we can lock all that in position. Notification just came through. Oh, just crap eBay ads. Like, who wants... You turn the notifications off and they still manage to get through. All right, same deal. This other subframe. That's it. Yep. And then we pin that on the 4 at the front. Getting somewhere. Don't know if we'll get there by the end of the day, but we'll see. All right, I mean, these will need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, 17, is it? Oh, 16 middle bits. Yep, those bits. And 2 white 3 plates. It's a 2 plate, it's a 3 plate. Sounds like there's a magpie outside getting attacked. I haven't mentioned anything about physio, but I got like a checkup in like 3 weeks' time. Apparently all he said he did was take some floating bone out and then shave the underside of the kneecap and a couple other things he ground down, but he'll talk about it more in about 3 weeks because he came and saw me and I was still half out of it. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if I have to go back and get any ligaments done or anything like that, but we'll see how it goes in 3 weeks, I think. Okay, on to some grey plates. This is interesting. That one, and another big plate. Half hangs off the end. Now I've got to find something little again. Cool. Found it. That one, and we've got a smooth. Six grey plate. Smooth one hold together. We need a 2 smooth. It's supposed to be helping George. No, he's out of it. Oh, it's always good when you find the one you're after straight away. All right, next page. Black plate, 2 plate, grey. Where do I see all of them? There we go. One of them. And one of them. Oh, starting to get like a corner of a car, I think. Oh, okay. Left side undersill this is. Okay, so we're going to put that, the single plate, and then the smooth bit. Yeah, that's nice. How's that clip on? Cool. White toe ball, the white toe bar. Three, 6 plate. There. A random yellow piece. Okay. You can do that. And a yellow dot. Get on. There we go. And then that sits on the bottom of the car. Somewhere. There we go. Side sill plate. I'm guessing the next page is to the other side. Look at that. What a guess. There's one good thing about being a creator Lego is that pieces are normally a lot bigger once you get past all the technical stuff. Like the little motorbike one, that's a creator as well. And pieces on that are a lot bigger. It's always fun when you just find the one bit before. Now you look for the same bit and can't find it. I need that bit in a minute, so I'll put that bit there. I've only ever had one Lego kit where the part was definitely missing, and Lego did send it out. It took a bit of convincing. There we go. That little part there. Six plate. There's a smooth one. There we go. There's probably only one more of the little piece that I'm looking for. Just need like a little smooth 2-plate. That bit go there. The black one. Where's the grey one? Where is it? Didn't think I was serious. Got to do something. Lego. Talk about bikes as well if you want. What's wrong with a 42-year-old person building Lego? It's James Bond car. Come on. Although if I can't find this one piece, we won't be building it. There it is. Cheeky hiding there. All right, same deal again. Look for all the pieces that, first of all, don't exist. Like that. That. I've already done that. What am I missing? What am I missing? That bit. Another white tow bar. Where are you? You get some people that separate them all into colours, and that doesn't work for me because then you spend half your time looking in that colour for the one little bit. Whereas if they're all mixed together, generally find them fairly quickly. All right, another little yellow bit. That's the right side still done. Try and make it a bit white. I can't quite see. I've got this little bar thing that I can't move. I can't see your last word. The problem I've got with the Rally, like the Rally version, like in Australia, they're $11,000 more expensive than a standard white one if you go on retail value. Now, Ducati's got it sort of on the money if you wanted to build one yourself, so if you say buy a white spec'd one, especially in Australia, and you buy everything retail to build it up to spec, I think I worked it out that I've actually got a little bit of paper here. All right, so if you build it fully up to spec, it's going to cost you $563 more, but that's going a few different things as well. Like, it's very hard to find 48 mil suspension to fit that at the moment. I'd have to have a look at it. I don't know if they've used 48 mils, machined them down to 46 to fit the same clamps at the top. Not too sure. But if you do build one yourself, full retail, yes, it works out $563 more, but you get slightly better stuff too. So I worked it out with all the tractive suspension, bar tubeless wheels. So once again, you got stronger wheels, but they're tubeless as well. The two things that I found to be the most expensive is to try and do is the high mount fender kit and the bash plate. Like, you can't get a carbon bash plate just yet, so you still have to go with a light option there. But in saying that as well, the retail price of the white version in Australia is $25,600. There's dealers selling them at the moment for around $21,000, $22,000. So to build one yourself still works out way cheaper if you wanted to go down that route. So main difference, you got your rally seat. I sat on the rally seat. I don't really like it too much. Öhlins stabilizer, what are they, an extra $800? That's all right. I've gone for the Scott's one. Got a little bit more adjustment in it, and you can rebuild it. As the Öhlins one, you can't rebuild as well anyway. The main part that I tacked on when I was working all this out was I went for 30 mil or plus 30 mil tractive suspension. The Rally's only got plus 20, so the suspension the tractive offer could be a little bit better, especially if you wanted to race it. You can have more adjustability. If you go buy one from Ducati, you still got to get it all spec'd out for yourself anyway. So yeah, is that US dollars, 17 and 22? Yeah. I don't know anyone that's going to buy a Rally spec'd one from Ducati and then go race it without doing anything to it. Like, why would they? You still got to get all the suspension all set up for yourself. So even if you wanted the Rally spec look, most people are buying sticker kits anyway, so just whack the sticker kit on it. But I found the hardest things to try and find at the moment. Oh, and the other option that the Rally has that the standard doesn't is billet clutch and brake, which you just get the ASV kit done. So they're about $550 Australian to your door. Shipping's the big thing over here. Like, it's all good to get the conversion and it works out a lot cheaper, but the shipping, absolutely ridiculous. So the guys in Europe will be getting the tubeless or the bar tubeless wheels a lot cheaper. Like, they're $4,000 delivered to your door here in Australia, but $400 odd of that's shipping as well. So you could get the cost down if you really wanted to build a Rally spec one. You can, but I still think the better option is to buy the base model and build it up to how suits you. And if you're serious about rallying it, you're not going to buy something direct from the shop and then go rally it anyway. $250 US, yeah. Yep. So I did the conversion just before. I've got mine sitting in the inbox. I'm just hoping that, in the checkout box. Sorry. I'm just hoping that the Black Friday sales might kick on and just take it down a little bit. So I'm sort of hanging on till Friday before I hit that go button. All right, what I'm up to now, that one's done. Yeah, the tubeless wheels, or the bar tubeless one, I can't really say tubeless because the stock ones are tubeless. They're just a lot stronger. Like even the metal that they use, it's a lot stronger than the OEM ones. When I had both sets apart, you can definitely notice the difference. Even levering a tire on and off, because the spokes are on the outside of the OEM ones, you don't have as much to lever to get the tire on and off. Like I think I did the front tire in 3 minutes and the rear in 5 minutes. Whereas when I put the tube into the front with the OEM Pirelli back on there, that took me about half an hour. That thing was just a nightmare to try and get over. I've got the Adventure tires. So they can be a little bit noisy on the road if you're going for a long distance. I've had a good chat to the people at Motos about that as well, because I did have a set that cracked, like the rear set cracked all down the left-hand side, which they're replacing under warranty for me. But they said if you're on bitumen for a long stretch, especially on the Adventure tires, over pressurize them. So run 42 to 44 psi in the tire. Off road it doesn't matter, but because they've got a lot taller tread, they flex too much. And if you've got not as much air pressure in them, they tend to tear away from the carcass a little bit. Not so much that they're going to let the air out. Worst that's going to happen is one of the knobs might come off. But they said to over inflate, like the number that's on the side, I think it says 35 psi. That's just what they're tested at to get their rating. That's not the maximum pressure for the tire, which a lot of people don't seem to understand. I've got these little bits that are hiding now. So the last set, the Adventure tires that I put on, they did 10,000 Ks and they've still got half the tread on them. So they're pretty good. And if you've got a loud exhaust anyway, you don't hear the tires. After the last trip that I just did, I just put the baffle back in. I haven't actually taken it for a ride yet, but I just put the baffle back in the muffler just to test it out. As I was going up through the hills in the Victorian high country, and I just sat in third gear doing about 80 Ks an hour, and just that rev range for that long, it just sat in that little drone spot on the exhaust, and I forgot to take my earplugs. And yeah, that was a little bit annoying for about a half an hour ride through that section anyway. So I'm just going to test it out with the baffle in there, especially for the longer trips, to see if it gets rid of that little drone noise. It's about 5,000 RPM in third gear. It just a little bit annoying on the ears, especially with the helmet I got. That's another thing. What sort of helmet are you running? I'm just trying to work out where these go. Got 2 of them. Four of them for some reason. I think we're going there. Oh, the E2. How do you go with the flip up and down? That's the bit that I'm not a super big fan of. All right, according to the instructions, that's it. Doesn't look right, but well, that's the problem I've got at the moment. Like with the talking, do you get like a lot of wind noise? Like with the Arai that I've got, you get a lot of wind noise underneath, and I think the microphone I've got's too sensitive, but I'm still playing around with it, and it just picks up all the wind noise. So I've actually got a couple of different things to try, but I'm not having much luck. It's the noisiest helmet I've ever had, actually. The XD4. You jump online and on YouTube and you see all the people raving about it, and then you go look who their sponsors are, and it's always Arai as a sponsor, so you can't really take their word for it. I can only really talk with my helmet if I'm doing 40 to 50 Ks an hour. Any highway speed, forget about it. The wind cover, so over the neck, that section. Yeah, that's the problem, that Arai doesn't have that. I got a good deal on it, so it's not like I'm super annoyed that if I paid full price for it, then I would have taken it back. But it's comfy. I don't have a problem with the comfy, but the wind noise, especially when I did the really long trip, the wind noise just got to me. Still with the earplugs in, that's all you could hear. I couldn't hear the exhaust at all. Like, the bike was completely stock when I did the Cape York trip. But yeah, the wind noise now is just ridiculous. It's at the point where I can't even really talk to film as I'm going along, so I'm just going to have to try and change up what I'm actually doing till I get a new helmet. Yeah. Oh, when I left her place, it was about 8:30 or something. I think it was 9 o'clock. All the neighbours were still in bed, so I had to wake them up. It's not that loud when you're on it, though. It's obviously just people behind you that think it's a bit loud. In the video I've got coming out on Monday, just a little trip up in the Yarra Valley. The people I was camping with, not camping with, but camping next to when I got to the campsite, I totally forgot it was Melbourne Cup public holiday. All the campsites there are normally dead quiet, except they were fairly busy when I got there. And people like to carry on all hours of the night. But what I don't realise is you got adventure bike people that like to get up early and get on with it. And they've got to start their bikes up. And if you're in a tent next to a Ducati with a full open exhaust, you don't really want to annoy the person that owns that bike. Because they've got like a nice little wake-up call. The only thing is when I filmed it, it actually it muffles it out, so it's not as loud on the video as what it was in person. All right, front of the car, it looks like. Getting there. Oh, we missed a step, did we? Didn't even see this bit over here. I need a black 2-piece. Where is it? Like so. And there's a 3-piece. You're right. You got all this iodine stuff. It just keeps changing color. It goes like a pinky purple. And they said I can't wash it off till later today, whatever reason. It's the only thing they did tell me to not to do. Stop it. Oh, there it is. The one piece. On the bike, I'm actually using it now. It's just a DJI Action 3. I did have the GoPro. I really like the Action 3 for the video. Like really easy to turn on, turn off. It's just getting the audio to work properly without, like what I've got here now, the Rode 2. That works really well, but when you're riding, you have to turn 3 things on and then charge 3 things. It's a bit annoying. So I'd much prefer something that goes to USB-C to 3.5 mil. And this is the other option I've got at the moment. So no matter what you sort of get, you got to go the adapter. That's just one from a Google Pixel phone. That's what I'm going to try next because it never used to work with my original mic because it's a TRS connection. So I bought a TRRS connection mic, but I'm currently running a Logic adapter. Problem with this adapter, George, stop, is it's got a it's got like a little chipset in it, so it filters out a lot of noise. As soon as you turn it on, you get like half a second of the proper sound, and then it filters everything out. So I don't know if that's working correctly or not. I've got an Insta360 360, like the X3 camera. Haven't used that as a helmet mic or anything yet, but apparently that does work a little bit better with the mics. If you wanted to mount it, you can get a like a sideways mount for your helmet as well. It's annoying. The GoPros are the best for the audio, but they just suck when you try and record things without them getting corrupt. I've had nothing but corruption issues with GoPros in the past, and they get too hot, they overheat. It doesn't save the file, and then it corrupts the whole the SD card. I just got fed up with it, so I'd rather something that has good video. Worst case scenario, you can always talk about whatever you're talking about over the top, which I have had to do a couple of times, which is very annoying. The video I just recorded up in the high country, I was testing out this setup, so it'll come out in about 2 weeks' time. Same issue, the audio is just terrible. So I'll have to do something with that. For one little shiny piece, can't find it. It's a case of you got to flip everything over just to find it. With the Action 4 that's just come out, apparently they have fixed the audio to a certain extent. You've got a lot more gain range, negative and positive. But yeah, I'm not one of the lucky ones that gets one of them for free, and I just purchased this one not long ago, so that one will have to wait. I'd rather spend money on the bike than another camera at the moment. All right, we might be at a case of this piece does not exist. Or it's in another bag for whatever reason. Let's make sure it hasn't slid under anywhere. It's about to roll off. It is not working at all. Oh, we get disconnected, do we? It hasn't told me to open a new bag yet, so I don't know where this piece is. Can you find it? No? Oh, I found it. Stuck to another piece. Right. We're getting somewhere now. Alrighty. Page 24 of, what do we got? Geez. Definitely not going to happen all today. $168. Ooh. We're not getting through all this today, that's for sure. I've heard about that happening. Not so much with the ASV one, but with another brand. I was wondering if it actually pushed up enough to touch the micro switch. So you've got no quick shifter at the moment. That'll be annoying if I get one shipped all the way down here and it doesn't work. I think that's the right piece. And that's the right piece. Because I use a quick shifter a lot, especially off-road, just a downshift to keep the hands on the handlebars. And that was the idea of going for the short shifters. So I can still keep hands on and just keep the fingers on. Remember when I got my motorbike license, they told me off for riding like that to start off with. Just 2-finger braking, and like, no, everything has to be on the brake. So you've got no control. Okay. The brake micro switch, okay. Haven't heard of that one. So the micro switch for the brakes only for the lights, though, isn't it? So you've still got brakes, it just doesn't light up. You right? Tail whacking me in the head? Oh, you want to get down? There you go. Oh, so you constant brake light on. Okay. I wonder what's doing that. Just doesn't have enough metal on the actual lever to put pressure against the switch. Did you get the C5 ones or is it the F series? Yeah, it's the ones I was looking at, C5s. Yeah, I wasn't going to worry about the F ones. That's annoying though. If you buy something, bill it, and then they say, "Oh, here's just a little screw for you to put in so it works." I might have to give them an email before I send the order then. Not that one. Oh, we're on to different pieces already. Yeah, that'd be great. And see what they come up with. Had a similar issue with the Rapid Evo fuel module I put in, if you've seen the video, just the location of it just didn't make any sense. I had to really cram it underneath and put pressure against the head of cylinder 2 to put the fuel tank on. It just didn't make any sense whatsoever. I was talking to another guy up in Sydney who bought it based off my recommendation for it being good, and he wasn't happy with the location of it either. So it came up with a fix, and now that's the one that they're using for all other installs. Getting down to the last of this little packet, and then still can't find the right one. All right. It might help if I put that on the right way. Not too sure why that doesn't click in, but okay. The white one, black and blue. See, we're getting there. Oh, I don't know about getting any Moscow Moto stuff at the moment. I've got the Endurostan bags, but for the next big trip, I need something. I don't want to go down this route. I was hoping that there's another company that makes like the semi-rigid bags, apart from Lone Rider. I don't know. There's just something about that company that I'm not liking. I don't want to go full rigid bags. I just need to carry a bit more stuff for when I go east to west. So I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to rush this one. But they do make, like Moscow and Giant Loop and that, they do make the slightly bigger ones they can go over. But I still need something that's going to sit down a bit lower. So I have to go for probably a proper pannier, like rack, and proper bags off the side. I was just hoping there was another option than Lone Rider. Because they give stuff to people left, right, and center, but only those people seem to comment on it. Anyone that's actually bought their products have been pretty quiet. Surely I'm on to opening another bag. Surely. Because we're running out of parts that I need. Yeah, Gore-Tex is a funny one. So Gore-Tex is just a stretched version of Teflon. They found that when they heated it up and stretched it out really fast, it turned into a fabric. And you can't get rid of it. Like Gore-Tex is one of the hardest things to break down. That's why all the environmental groups are cracking it. All right, I think we're getting somewhere, maybe. I need 2 things that I can't see. And I'm saying that a lot, but you look at the picture and you go, okay, I need 2 of them. And then you look over here and like, they don't exist. On the other couch, are we? No, they don't exist because they're tucked under other bits of Lego. Okay, interesting. So this bit is going up the front. Don't know what's what at the moment. I thought this was going to be the back of the car. Still might be. This could have something to do with, I don't know. Just seems that's a bit far back for a gear stick. Maybe not. I suppose Aston Martin sit back here, long bonnet. Maybe. Try and find another one of them. I know some people that build Lego full time on these sorts of things. They have their like camera set down over the stuff, and people tell them, "Oh, it's there, it's there." Nah. You actually get an app for your phone that you can scan your Lego pieces, and it will tell you what you can make out of those pieces that are currently there, which I thought was pretty cool. Oh, so onto some yellow strips. So I need 2 of them, and pale yellow or slightly brown. How far back do we go? Oh, and 2 more grey ones. How big are the grey ones? 2, 4, 6, 8, 12s. So big ones. For the racks for the back for your soft panniers, they're definitely worth it. So keep it off the exhaust. The amount of times I've even come across recently people that are in the middle of nowhere and their bags have slipped down and just absolutely melted themselves to the exhaust. All because they've like bungee corded it up, and just the vibrations as you go along the road just destroys them. When I first looked into getting the Nomad plates or not, I was looking at the which ones were they? I'll bring it up. Let's have a look. Adventure spec ones. I was going by their little post that they put on Instagram saying that they'd come out before the summer, all good to go, all their racks. I like the look of them. and then they didn't release them. And then I was about getting ready to go for my trip. So I messaged them and said, "Are these ready? They're going to be released before summer." So it was your last summer. They were good to go before that. And they're like, "Oh, no, we never said that we're going to release them before summer." And then I just screenshot their Instagram post and sent it back to them, saying that these will be released for summer, all good to go. And then 5 minutes later, they just took the whole post down off Instagram saying, no, we never said that. So I just refuse to buy anything from them now. From what I've seen with the air filters, if you're not going off-road, keep the standard one in. The DNA one is only, it's got like a mesh over the top of the filter, so you can wash it out in that. But what I like about the Unifilter is it's 3 parts. So if you go in really dusty conditions, you can oil the top pre-filter and the middle section, and it's good to go. And you get a spare set in the box as well. So you get your metal, you get your frame with your filter in it, all good to go, plus extra filter pads to go in it. I haven't had any trouble with that. And then 10,000 Ks of going through red dust here in Australia, not one speck got through the bottom of it. So I'm sticking with that one, that's for sure. The only thing I suggest is a little mini socket with, I think it's a T25 bit. So you can get down that last little screw that sits right at the bottom left corner to get it out. That's the worst bit about changing that air filter, just getting that last little corner screw out. Actually, speaking of that, this is what rocked up this morning. So I've got this to supplement some bigger tools that I take to try and cut down. Let's bring this up. So it comes in a nice little carry bag, and it's about big hands, but yay big. There's a couple of different versions of it. So you get your wrench. Mainly got it because there's a couple of different models of this. There's one with like a little screwdriver and a little wrench, which would work good just for the air filter. But I got this mainly for the bigger stuff because I needed the longer, Allen keys, especially to get the Scott's steering stabilizer and that off, so I can get the fuel tank off if I'm in the middle of nowhere. Trying to use a standard Allen key in there is just very, very difficult. And these are all that's what I like about the Wera stuff. They're all 5 degree increments, so they're all really fine. I can hear that. And adjustable in any position, so you can still use it as a screwdriver if you need to. And I've never broken a Wera product. I've broken everything else. Like those last Allen key sockets that I had, what I was using on the torque wrench when I put the steering stabilizer on, they were Mac Tool Allen keys. And I actually broke 2 of them. Went and got it changed over under warranty, brought the next one back and broke the next one. Wera is a German company. This actually came from the States this morning, actually, because it was cheaper to buy it on Amazon than anywhere else. So the model number of this one, 8100, was it 8100 SA6, I think it is. And that's a 28 piece, and you can get, I think, a 48 piece as well for that one. It's a little bit pricey, but it's quality, unlike Snap-on tools that's just pricey and crap. Probably just upset a few people if they love Snap-on tools, but that's my experience with them anyway. think that's what I'm looking for. And buying now. Husky tool. I've heard of Husky tools. All the stuff I've got, like all that King Chrome stuff in the shed. It's good stuff, even though it's all chromed. Just over winter time, you get the moisture in there, it just starts to rust. So you got to clean it all the time. It's annoying. I don't know if this is supposed to have a gap or not. I think it does. Yep, it does. Like, it's not too heavy either. That's probably 600, 700 grams maybe. Yeah, I like the Nippon stuff. Sorry, the Knipex stuff. Like, there's a hardware supply chain over here called Bunnings, which I absolutely hate Bunnings. They used to stock these all the time, and then they had a big falling out because no one was buying these because they were so expensive. And now Wera only do things on special order with Bunnings. They pretty much told them to stick it. Best decision I think Wera have ever made to get out of Bunnings. Oh, and don't get me started on Aussie Post. Like, I had to go 12 k's to pick this up this morning with my knee because the postie doesn't like driving down the driveway. They'll come to the top. Driveway is about 50 meters long. They'll come to the top there, drop off a card with this package in the car to say, now you have to travel 12 k's, follow me to come pick it up from the post office. Yeah. Yet I can get DHL, FedEx, deliver stuff from around the world, and they'll knock on my door until I open it, saying, here you go. The wheels that I got from FedEx, they delivered, I think it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. I've had stuff delivered from them at like 4 in the morning as well. It has to be delivered, they deliver it. They're good. Whereas Aussie Post, I don't even want to get out of bed before 10 a.m. It's good when it shows you to get a bit, but then, oh, there we go. Okay, there's only 2 bits holding that on. Okay. We can work with that. One of the best little kits that I've got is the all-in-one little tool. I've got it around here somewhere. It's just a nice portable one to keep in your jacket pocket. That was from Canada somewhere. Who made that one? I think. Never find the ones that I'm looking for. I think it's Enduro. The top of my head. Yeah, Enduro. So I can see Enduro. That's a good little set. You just can't put too much pressure on them because you start to stretch out that section there. I don't know whereabouts in Canada they are, but they came from Canada. Okay. So we're starting to build up. Oh, I've put one in the wrong spot. This comes in handy. Bam. Four-piece. Two little white clips. Which go that way. Okay. Need that. Fun. Trying to find. Oh, is that it? No. There we go. I've got a Garmin. I got the Zumo, not the Zumo 2, because they came out after I got mine. I like having both. Like I did a lot of hiking where I just had my phone or GPS, and my phone. Well, 100% of the times I've been hiking, which is a fair bit, I've drowned a phone every single time. So it's good having just that extra navigation aid, I suppose. The Garmin's good for like you plan your route and off you go. But if you're in the middle of nowhere, like going through a town and you just want something to eat or whatever, that's when I'll jump on the phone and navigate that way. Just a lot quicker to find it through Google than through like the little restaurant app or whatever on the actual Garmin. It's interesting. It's showing the same height, but it's not the same height. Physically can't be the same height. Or did I miss something? I think I know what I've done. This is a little trick. There's a 2-block. There we go. I don't think I put this in far enough. think that's all it was. There you go, back in business. I've got a few videos, not sure if you saw them, of the bracket I've got for the Garmin as well. That's actually a pretty good bracket. I was very impressed with that. There you go, now we're back in business. Now I need a 3-piece. Another one. Getting short on pieces. Okay, 5 smooth little 1-2 pieces. Corner piece. That was a fun bit trying to find before. There it is. And 1 white piece. There we go. Work out where it all goes. It's interesting. Not making sense. A funny feeling I forgot to put some pieces on. Which I'm looking at them there, and I can't see them where they go on. Oh, there we go. It makes more sense now. These bits on the side here weren't lining up, which didn't make much sense. Alrighty. Now I can put this back on. I think. It's looking more like it. It's weird when the sides don't go symmetrical. We've got something else going on. That bit's right, that bit's right. Okay, it just looks weird with the picture because the angle makes this side look like it's touching, but it's not. Does it snow where you are, Smithy? So you have to pack the bike away, get it all prepped and stuff, or it's not so bad? Oh, okay, yeah. Be similar weather to here. Okay. There's no way this one was made for kids. That's what it says, like expert on the side. Like, good luck, kid, putting all this together. They probably do, but now it's saying just put that on there. Okay, where? Oh, I need to rotate that up. And that's just supposed to stand like that, according to the picture. Some sort of, don't know, probably part of a rocket system for it. Nope, need some red parts. Red, and 2 black pins with ball joints on the end. There and there. And this goes somewhere. So if you're thinking about going up to like Colorado going up to Rockies, that'd be a decent ride from Dallas, wouldn't it? It's about what, 3,000 miles? Okay. So if you live in Dallas, when you were saying you might go for a ride next year up into the Rockies or up into Colorado, I think you said, that'll be a decent trip, about a few thousand miles. $700. Okay, not too bad. It's a day trip. Definitely a day trip. Maybe not in the snow, but just go fang it up Pikes Peak. Actually, you might need the fuel management if you start going up that elevation. Might start to lean out a bit too much. Right. Did you look at any other bikes before you got the Desert X, or just went all out on that one? Oh, yep. Only thing that turned me away, like they're really good bikes, only thing that turned me away was just the size for what I wanted to do with it. Just too wide. And they're a good, what, 20, 30 kilos heavier than the Ducati. That was just much better ride. Or because, yeah, that's what I found too. BMWs, they do everything really well, but there's not much excitement about them. It's just everything works until you go and hit the dirt, and then you're like, oh, it's a bit heavy. That's why I looked at the Yamaha World Raid here. I was actually one of the first to put my name down. I went to the dealership, and they didn't even know they were coming to Australia. I watched the world premiere over in Spain. Went to the dealer. He said, "Oh, we don't know anything about it." So they had to look it all up and put a deposit down. And then I waited 11 months for him to release the price of it. And I just laughed. I couldn't understand the price of it. Like even now, they haven't changed the price. I think I've got it written down here somewhere. So in Australia, the world raised $25,499. So it's $101 less than the Desert X, but that's only because the Desert X have put their price up $2,000 since the start of the year as well. So yeah, and you're buying a Yamaha, which, yeah, fair enough, it's all good, but no cruise control, no quick shift, What else didn't have? Cable clutch, not hydraulic clutch. 300 cc's less, essentially. ABS is only switchable if you leave the bike on, like turn the rear off. You don't have all the modes like you do in the Desert X. I can't understand how they justify the price for it. I was told by the dealer when they finally did understand what was going on with them coming to Australia, that it should be around 21, 22,000. Then they release it at like 25 and a half. I was just like, oh, no way. Not a chance. And everyone's feeling the same way too. There's very few people that can justify spending that on the World Raid. I converted from the European market. The European's way cheaper. There's 2 factories that are building them though. So there's the factory in Japan, which is the one we get, and then the factory in France, which is the European one, and that's why they've had it for a good 12 months before Australia did. But yeah, the price is just ridiculous. I spoke to a couple of the marketing people from Yamaha, and then they were trying to justify it to me, and then in the end they just couldn't. I said, how can you justify? At that point, it was an extra $2,500 from when I bought my Desert X. If you wanted a World Raid, I said, how can you justify that when it's got nothing? No mod cons, nothing. What doesn't help their case is it's still the same engine as the standard Tenere, and then they go and up the price of the standard Tenere by another $2,000. And nothing's changed. When they first came out in Australia, they were like $14,500. Now they're what, $10 less than 20,000, 19,990 drive away, I think it is. Nothing's changed on the bike. They've held all those parts in stock. It's not like inflation has all of a sudden kicked in, but they've just applied it to all their old stock. They haven't put any technology dollars into it, essentially. I've got no idea what I'm building here at the moment. Looking for 2 little round bearings, it looks like. Probably rolling off the table. I know there's one. There we go. It looks like they're a bit chrome. Yeah, so I probably definitely burnt my bridges in possibly receiving a free Yamaha sometime in the future, but that's okay. Like mechanically, really good. Their sales team, terrible. And that's what I said to them too. I said, like, how can you justify your job? How can you try and sell something for that price and essentially try and get away with it? Just doesn't sit right with me. They're going off their reputation of, oh yeah, got a really good engine. But you can't charge extra for something that isn't new. It's just rebadged with a different fuel tank, essentially. Okay, this goes here somewhere. Somehow. That's all well and good, but how's it sit in there? Or it literally just sits in there. So this must shoot out somehow. Just sits there. Okay. Ejector seat. We're up to building. So this has obviously got something to do with the ejector seat. I've had all Yamaha road bikes, so that's why I sort of wanted to stick with it. Because I never had any trouble with them. They're really good. And then I didn't want to go to Tenere route. I wanted something a bit more tour friendly, bit larger fuel tank. And then obviously the World Raid got released. And I'm like, great, this thing's awesome. And then when I was told the price of it, I'm like, even better. And then they released the price and I went, holy crap, that's not going to happen. Elastic bands. I didn't see any elastic bands in the packet. I suppose you need elastic bands for the ejector seat, but come on, tell me which packets to open up. Unless that's what's in this little cardboard box. Five Ducatis. So what was the Kawasaki KLR? And Vespa's obviously, yeah, the fun bike. Something you don't see a lot of around here, especially the 250. A KLX, okay. Ooh. Like even in the cities and that, Vespas, they're put on show out the front of like little coffee shops and that, but you don't see them riding around. I've got my little, I'm going to try and fix this little chat thing because every time someone types the most recent thing, there's like a little emoji thing in the way I can't see. $90 miles an hour on a Vespa. Jeez. Not with my weight. I'm working on it. As soon as my knee gets fixed, back to getting fit again. So at the moment, I could only work out for like 20 minutes without it flaring up. Oh, there we go. Ejecto Cedo. 150 pound or 150k? I'm like 125 kilo. I get back down. 150 pound, you're tiny, little. What's that? 65 kilo. You'd fly on a Desert X. Jeez. Yeah, that definitely does it. Did a bit of boxing in the army and that, and it definitely strips the weight off really quick. That's sort of what I'm sitting at the moment. A bit more than that. Yeah, I've got to get down to about 200. You right? Just wake up, did you? That's George in the background. Hey? Like when it tells you, it gives you the bits, but like you got to guess where they go. I'll keep going out there and get it on the rise. I find if I go out on the big trips and that's when I tend to lose more weight, because I just pick a spot that I want to go to and I just go, and then it gets dark and I sleep and then get back up and just keep going again. I think it's getting really hot here at the moment. It's just like you just strip the weight off, just pours off you. Like 2 years ago, I did, especially like hiking and that around here, I did a 30-day hike and I lost 25 kilos in 30 days doing the hike. It was like up and down. So the hike was 650 k's long, up and down all the mountains, pretty much what I'm riding now. Then my injuries have started getting worse and worse, so I had to give that up for a little bit, and then bought this bike to do the same tracks essentially. Done that. Okay. Before I bought the bike, I was planning to actually come over to the States and walk the Pacific Crest Trail. So on the west coast, it goes from Mexico to Canada. And then, of course, injuries got a little bit worse, but then COVID happened. So I was planning on doing it all then. So it'll be a good 6-month walk. All right. I think that is that bit done. Righty. It'll get a bit more exciting once it starts getting more of the grey panels on. All this undercarriage stuff just takes forever. What's a James Bond car without an ejector seat? That one. Okay. Think we're getting somewhere, possibly. It goes on this side. We're going to just do that there. Oh. Sides mismatch. Okay. I think that's everything from that page. Only like 130 more to go. I think I'll be doing this one every couple of days. Might be like 1 packet one day, number 2 packet tomorrow. Okay. Bit and a white plate. What jacket and pants are you running over there? Do they make jacket and pants? I didn't even know that. I haven't really looked at much of their stuff except for their bags. Don't know how this goes in. I just found that I did try a pair of City boots on, but I needed like the next size up, and they couldn't get them. So I was running with the formal ones at the moment. They seem to be okay. I've got the Revit jacket and pants, but I like the jacket. I'm not so impressed with the pants. The pants just sit a little bit weird. This bit here. Yeah, I haven't had any problems with like the rain getting in or anything like that. But still got a bit of red dust stuck in the fabric. I just realized something. No, that's right. This bit here could be on the wrong way though. Oh no. This little gear stick here should be back about here according to this picture. And I've got to find the picture that shows me putting that in. Not that one. Not that one. That's it there. It does too. You can't even see it. It just says plonk it in there. So that's that bit. No, it's in the right spot. According to that picture, it's in the right spot anyway. But according to that picture, it's in the wrong spot. Oh, not cool. Oh, we'll roll with that because that's all I've got to go off. That makes sense, but that doesn't make any sense where the red stick is. That should be back behind this according to the picture. Can't see how. There's no way it would fit. Oh, well, we'll probably get to one point and I'll probably have to pull the whole thing apart. But that's definitely how the pictures are, so we will see. Yeah, I need to find something that's a little bit cooler to use in the desert and stuff, because the Revit stuff, because the top zips to the pants to keep the pants up, it's an absolute nightmare. You got to pull it on like a onesie jumpsuit to get it all on properly without getting like a bib and brace for the pants. I just find the pants just to be too bulky and the fit's a little bit awkward. I have to get something a bit different pants wise at least. So if I have a breakdown or whatever, don't have to fully strip off to fix a tire or something like that. Can at least just take the jacket off without my pants going crazy. That and that. That. Oh, I think I know what's wrong with this stick. The stick's in the wrong spot. The stick should be there. That's what's throwing me off. That picture shows it a lot better. Cool. I think we're back in business. That's done. That's done. One black one. Yep. Okay. Well, I'll do that bit first so it makes a little bit of sense. There's a T-piece. Okay. Great. Black and then grey bit. Also, like the chateau thing that he's got there. He's got like a lot of pieces. I'm only up to doing. This is supposed to be the ejector seat side of things. I can't see how it moves, but okay. It's all in there fairly tight. There we go. It's moving a bit. That bit's done, that bit's done. Alrighty, I think that's going to be done for the minute. I'll jump off this and jump back on when I'm going to do a bit more.